Hello everybody, as the title of this video suggests, this here is a revised edition of a previous video that I made. I made a video about servicing the PCV valves on a N63TU on my 650i, and I made a mistake. I am only human, and I need to basically come clean or make a correction here, just so I can help you guys better and not cause issues for people. And so this video is basically an effort to correct that. This information provided to me is thanks to a person that commented on that video. Thanks to him, I realized that there was a bit of an issue with the way that I did it. And obviously you see these entire valve covers here in front of you. And that is because, well, there was some issues with the way that I did things, and I would like to rectify it while taking care of some other service items. And that's going to be in the next video, so this is a bit of a sneak peek for you guys. But that video is going to be gone. We're going to take it down, and so that we don't confuse people, and we're going to have this video here as the only video now. So hopefully this helps you guys out quite a bit and prevents any issues from happening. It's much easier than I originally thought it was going to be, but again, you need to know a special trick, and maybe I really should consider getting ISTA, as this gentleman commented. So anywho, I'm gonna have some tidbits and the tricks basically inserted into the video where necessary, and that should help you guys out and make the process go smoothly for you guys as well. So thank you guys for watching, thank you for subscribing, and catch you in the next video. We're back in the garage and we're doing a fairly seemingly simple DIY. We are changing out the PCV system on my 650i. This is a GATES system, not an OE or OEM MAHLE. They do sell this on fcpeuro.com, which is why I trusted it enough to go ahead and make the purchase. On my car, a couple of the tabs are broken, so it doesn't really leak or anything like that, but I'll just show you right now. So, just take off this cover. If you look at this section of the valve, you can probably make out that I tried to do a botch repair on it, but it's still cracked. It's cracked. It doesn't seem to leak, but I do want it replaced anyways. So if you just want to replace this section here, you actually can. There's these little pins, I believe right here. And then on the other side, this is the same thing. And then this unclips, like so. Okay, so these two tabs that I pushed in over here and over here, they actually broke. And so they were basically blocking this. But now that these two tabs are out, just like that. You can just replace this. So the first thing I'm going to do really is I'm going to try and give ourselves more access to the valves and all the stuff that we need to kind of get to the PCV system. So I'm going to basically remove both intake boxes in order to get to where I need to get to. So first things first, these rubber sections here, I'm going to take them off just with some flathead screwdrivers, and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so now that these are loose, they can move around freely, no problem, all four of them. Next thing is we got to basically just move the air boxes out of the way. So we've got these little clips here, fairly easy, there we go. Okay, now this will basically be loose. Let's look at them from the under side. O2 sensors upstream. You gotta unclip those. And then this basically, so it's coming off. Now I got these fairly annoying cables. It's a MAF sensor. Okay. And then this you just pull up. Or not. What am I missing? It's like so. One, two, snip this out. Hear the noises. And then stop. Okay, this one's out. This one's out. This one's worked. So, anyways, this is out. So here we are. Here are the valves. They go down to here in the valve cover. And on this side there's the exact same one. There's also this hose here. Which is this one. Okay, this is not included with the Gates kit, it appears, so I'm going to just leave that and hope that these clips right here don't break on me when I take it off. But it appears that actually they are a bit leaky over there too, so that kind of sucks. But for now we'll replace what we have and go from there. So I'm gonna start probably by just doing some cleaning up in this general vicinity so we don't get too much crap in the engine. So yeah, I'll get right back to you when I'm done that step. And let's get this little twist. Ooh, wow. Come out. That was not a good sound. I guess. Dang. Wow. I have a spare valve cover here that I have, and here is the old PCV line. And so here is basically what I was struggling with. So this here, I couldn't take it off. I removed the 2 screws. All you have to do is you need to turn it about 15 degrees or so, and then it should just pop out like so. So you've got these little guide pins right here. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus. So you've got these sort of guide pins on the PCV here, and you've got guide pins there. This one is broken, as you can see, by somebody else. This was not broken by me, but I broke mine in the same way. So the idea with this is you need to basically line these pins up with those pins. So to do that, it's got to be a few degrees off, like so, and then you twist it into place. It's got to be pushed down all the way for this to work properly, and then you screw it down. You don't force it in or anything like that. So that is the trick. So I'm going to probably just put this back in for now and pull this off and see if I can separate this over here. So next order of operations, trying to remove this. This will come off too. Okay. This one is broken, so it comes off quite easy. And this one, we can figure this out. Okay. So, now that this is fairly loose, just pull you out. Okay. And you want to be very mindful of this because it's only held in with one screw. And this looks like it's just going to pull up. Okay, so now that we got basically this unclipped from this metal bracket here, now you can just about fish this out. Like so. So, as you can see, this thing, I don't know how this is supposed to come out. Looks like I was pretty close actually. So, once I figure it out, I'm gonna play around with this for some time. I can figure it out basically. As you can hear, this one was still pretty good. It's supposed to do that. So this here definitely doesn't look like it's removable. This is the piece that basically goes onto that centering hose over here, clips onto here. And this definitely doesn't look like it's removable. So if you want to replace just this section of hose, you really can't, because you would still need this fitting anyways. And I don't think they'll sell you that fitting anyways. So you basically got to buy the whole sides for this to actually work, because otherwise it clips into this on the inside, but there is nowhere for you to basically push down these little clips that clip into here. And so when you pull it off, you basically just snap it. So I just sanded down this surface a little bit, just put a rag inside just to not get too much of this dust inside. So that's gonna be a clean surface now. The scratch is a little bit too deep, but it made it a bit better. So it's still visible. I can't really feel it with the nail, so that's good. And yeah, at this point, I think we're just gonna put the new unit back in and then start on the other side now. Okay, give me a second, let me figure this out. Literally 4 seconds after I just stopped that clip, I fed this through. Basically, these wires need to be fed basically underneath the intake, and this needs to be basically pulled up, and then it'll just basically fall right in. This MAHLE connector was also kind of in my way. So now this is fed through, I just need to rotate this, essentially like so. I'm gonna, right off the bat, I think just plug this connector in. Okay, so this side is basically done. The only thing is this now needs to be replaced from that hose. So, but this is plugged in, it's tight. Let's just confirm that that's actually on there. I don't think it is, but I will play with that afterwards and make that work. And then, yeah, then we'll do that side. Okay, so we're back. Notice what's missing here. So I had to take this intake, this intake plenum out. in order to get the PCV hose on. And the I have a spare one here because I already replaced these before, and this was still the good one. So the clip for the PCV system couldn't get over this ridge. It just seemed like this was just too long for the ridge, so it wasn't designed exactly the same, and so I couldn't actually push it on to clip it on. And I finally got it. It's finally clipped on now, and I actually had to trim down part of this, just like a little bit with a screwdriver, a really thin screwdriver, just like 3 or 4 filings off, and then clipped on. Still tight, very tight, but I actually managed to get it on. So I don't know why it's that way, just aftermarket, cheap, I guess. But that's something that you will probably have to go through with the GATES PCV system on the N63TU. So anyways, now I'm going to keep that sucker on there, somehow fish it in with this attached, and then install this into the car, and then we're finally gonna put this side back on. So let's get cracking.
Okay. Let's see if I can get it here now. Here.
Now just these 2 screws over here, so all this is in. So just plug this bad boy in. Basically line these pins up with those pins. So to do that, it's got to be a few degrees off, like so, and then you twist it into place. It's got to be pushed down all the way for this to work properly, and then you screw it down. You don't force it in or anything like that. So okay, so the next thing we got to do is remove this connection here, which goes to that other side valve cover. And so this is a brittle plastic and we don't have a replacement for it, so I don't really want to break this, so we're just going to hit it with a heat gun. That's better. Okay, so for those of you still watching, all I really did was I just unplugged all these connectors. Just give me more room. This doesn't want to come off for some reason. I don't see why, but this basically just, I don't want to break it. It's plastic. The metal seems to bend easily, so just kind of bent that out of the way. We'll bend it back after. Okay, so we got the 2 screws out. Now we're going to see how easy this side comes out compared to the other side. It seems about the same. So I'm gonna use some prying techniques, hopefully not scratch it up this time, now that I know where everything really is. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so I pulled off this and that. This side's definitely a lot more sludgy looking, like crappy. So I don't know what's that all about. This piece also did come off, probably from the internal PCV system inside the valve cover. So not the most ideal of situations, but I don't think it's gonna leak or anything like that because of that. So anywho, we're now gonna drag this thing out and install the new one in. Okay, so I had to loosen this and the inlet as well on this side in order to get this out easily. This was just blocking it from going forward, and I can't really put it back because of this bracket. So now we can just essentially pull this thing out like so. maybe that was a fluke on the other side. Just didn't want to, for whatever reason, it was machining correctly, whether that's the inlet or the actual PCV hose. Probably the PCV hose, to be honest with you. Okay, that's our map. And I'll just feed you through this little area. Put O2 sensor back down. Okay, that's pretty much in. And that's how the surface basically looks afterwards. That's nasty. Okay, make sure you don't leave any pieces behind in there. It does not appear so. Yeah, so you can see there's a little chunk missing right there. I don't think that's a huge deal, but okay, so that's pretty much in. I didn't use a torque spec for it. I just kind of went like, I used physics, and basically I just held it not by the really high torque side, just go by the middle, like kind of like a screwdriver, and just feel when it stops. That's it. Like, you don't have to be super hard on that, I don't think. So next thing, I'm gonna move some stuff out of the way, and this should, in theory, just sort of clip like so. There you go, and that's it. And I don't think this is going anywhere. So yeah. And now this just kind of rests over here. Surprised it doesn't line up that nicely, but what do you expect for not OEM? So that's how it looks now that it's done. Okay, so now we're basically good. The wires have been reorganized so that these can slide out easily. They are slid all the way back so that we can install the air boxes. Try to change those air filters out not too long from now. And we're going to plug in the MAF. Okay, click. That's how you know. Make sure that this is not underneath. Just keep that ready. Proper spot. Okay, that's clipped in. Ah, I lost the hook. What a shame. Let me see if I can find that, and then we are going to, if not the end of the world, but okay, crisis averted. I found it. Sitting basically right in the wedged in between the turbo shield and the hot side of the turbo. So okay, and we are done. All of the lines and everything are connected, all the clips and whatnot, and all the clamps are on both sides. MAP sensor connected, this is clipped in, O2 sensors are in their spot. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, guys, and we will see you in the next video.